EA defiled everything John Madden built, and they put his name on the grave. 1984, a cloudy morning in an Amtrak dining car somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. Trip Hawkins, the founder of Electronic Arts, is sitting across from John Madden with a proposal. He wants to build a football video game and he wants Madden's name on it. Madden's first response was essentially no, not because he didn't believe in the idea, because he had a condition. If his name was going on a football game, it was going to be real football. 11 players on each side. Every position. Real plays. Real strategy. The game had to teach people football the way Madden himself taught it, as a chess match where knowledge was the weapon and preparation was the only cheat code. EA's programmers told Hawkins that 11 players per side would push the Apple II to its absolute limit, that the game would run slow. That 6 or 7 players per side was more realistic given the hardware. Madden's answer was simple. If there aren't 11 players, it isn't real football. And if it isn't real football, my name isn't on it. That conversation delayed the game 4 years. It finally shipped in 1988. And on the back of the box, in Madden's own words, it was called the first real football simulation. He meant that. Every word of it. He had taught a course at UC Berkeley called Football for Fans. He saw the game as an extension of that classroom. In 2012, nearly 2 decades after the franchise had become a multi-billion-dollar institution, he still described Madden NFL the same way he always had, as a way for people to learn the game and participate in the game at a pretty sophisticated level. That was his North Star. A tool for teaching, a chess match you could hold in your hands. What EA built with that North Star is one of the great betrayals in the history of sports entertainment. It didn't happen in one moment. There is no single crime scene, no press conference where someone stood up and announced, "We are removing the intelligence from this product." That would have required courage. Instead, they did what cowards always do. They let it rot one paper cut at a time. They removed the quarterback vision cone, a feature that actually rewarded football IQ by making elite quarterbacks see the field differently than backup quarterbacks. Gone because casual players found it too hard. As if difficulty was the enemy. They removed the Tony Bruno radio show that made franchise mode feel like a living NFL world. Gone. They removed team newspapers, custom playbooks, the ability to design your own plays. Gone. 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 They removed historical teams. They removed minicamp. They removed Superstar Mode's draft genetic system. They stripped coordinator hiring out of franchise mode for years and then brought it back as a feature announcement. A feature that used to just exist. Owner mode. The ability to run the business of a franchise from stadium decisions to ticket prices to relocation. Gone in Madden 26. Removed. Without replacement. And the product has less in it than it did 15 years ago. But the original sin, the one that made all of this possible, happened on December 13, 2004. That is the date EA CEO Larry Probst signed an exclusive licensing agreement with the NFL. One company. One game. No competition. Forever. This happened because NFL 2K5 had come out that year and scared the hell out of EA. It sold for $19.99, a third of what Madden cost, and it was a better game. The broadcast presentation was better. The gameplay was more fluid. For the first time in years, Madden was in a real fight. The kind of fight that makes products better. That forces you to improve or lose. EA's response had nothing to do with improving. They wrote a check and made the competition illegal. And the NFL took the money. That one decision told you everything you needed to know about what this product was going to become. You don't buy a monopoly when you believe in your product. You buy a monopoly when you know you can't win on merit. And then for 20 years they proved themselves right. What the game is now in franchise mode is a scripted movie. You are holding a controller while it plays. Your Hall of Fame left tackle lets an edge rusher walk past him because the game decided the drive isn't going anywhere. The game throws a lob ball you never called because a bullet pass would have ended the drive too cleanly. Tackle animations don't load when you have the ball carrier dead to rights. A 300-pound lineman chases down a mobile quarterback on the perimeter and catches him. Because physics are optional when the script needs something different, Madden 21 received a 0.2 user review score on Metacritic. Not 2 out of 10, 0.2. Hashtag #FixMaddenFranchise trended on Twitter. EA acknowledged it, and then shipped functionally the same game the following August. Because they could. Because December 2004 made sure there was nowhere else to go. And now here's the question nobody at EA or the NFL wants to answer out loud. You can bet on Madden now. Real money. Offshore sportsbooks are running Madden in full simulation mode. No human players. The game playing itself. People placing real wagers on outcomes determined before the first snap. John Madden said in 1984 that if there aren't 11 players, it isn't real football. He said in 2012 that the game was a way for people to learn the game at a sophisticated level. We are asking, not accusing. Asking, is the chess match gone because EA couldn't build a smarter opponent? Or is the chess match gone because a game that rewards football knowledge produces outcomes that are too predictable for a product that now serves a gambling market? The people who built this are the only ones who can answer that. John Madden spent his life making football legible, making it a game you could study and master and love. He saw the video game as a classroom. He fought for 4 years to get 11 players on screen because anything less was a lie. EA took that classroom, stripped it bare, bought the only key to the building, and filled it with something John Madden would not recognize and could not defend. And then they left his name on the door. We know you're not going to fix it. The exclusivity deal is signed. The gambling partnerships are lucrative. The casual player doesn't know what they're missing because they never had a reference point. So we're only asking for one thing. Take his name off the box. He built something worth protecting. And you spent 20 years proving you were never the right people to protect it.